Hi guys, welcome to Jane Talks. Hope your week has started off great. Um, did everybody watch the Super Bowl? I uh, I did. It was a good game, and I was going for the Falcons to win, so I was quite excited for the first three quarters anyway. um, but yeah, it was a good game and fun to watch. So hope everybody had fun too over the weekend, and that's that. I've been reading a book called, I think it's called Tin Man to Iron Man, and it's written by a man named Chris Swanson. I'm not sure if any of you are familiar with him or not, but his life story is very interesting. He's done a lot of things. He's been involved in a lot of things. His career choices have been interesting as well, and he's competed in three, I think, Ironmans, and he was a police officer for many years, and I believe he was a paramedic. Anyway, he's seen a lot of things and heard a lot of things, and he's a great motivational speaker, and he's an awesome writer. I love the book. And a lot of the questions he asks in there, I guess I'd have to say, in a way, it's more of a, he relays his experience in something and then almost explains to you all it takes to get that mentality and the results, if that makes sense. And it kind of made me think about a lot of different things. And lately, kind of what's been on my mind is my Music Crush Monday was Martina McBride's Concrete Angel. And it made me think a lot of, I guess I guess I have to say this is based on my own experience, and the pain and the distress that children feel in situations like that, while they may hide it and while they may just quietly suffer for whatever reason, if it's because they're trying to protect, their siblings or one of their parents, by quietly suffering, the outcome of that and the trauma, those scars are always going to be there, always. I've talked about abuse before, and how the scars from physical abuse are noticeable. You can see them. Emotional, verbal, physical, not so much. You can't see that kind of scars, but they're with you, and they pop up kind of when you least expect it. We all have triggers, and for some of us anyway, I think for me, I'm still finding things that it takes me a while to realize, hey, I don't need to worry about this anymore. So my reaction to this particular issue needs to be reevaluated because it's no longer applicable. I don't have to worry about the outcome of my decision in this particular issue. So I'm assuming that that's going to continue to happen, especially after the length of time I was in that environment. But getting back to what I was saying about the children, I think when I see some of my children's actions, and when they express their thoughts sometimes, it almost breaks my heart because I don't blame myself anymore, because I know that I was experiencing what they were experiencing to greater or lesser degrees. And I wasn't capable of protecting them the way a normal mom would. But it still breaks my heart. It is what it is, and I can't change it, and I am so proud of myself and my children for going forward and the progress that we've made in these 4 short years that our environment has changed. And when I think about that Concrete Angel song, I think it makes me, I think it makes me realize what could have happened and to be so, so thankful that it didn't. And then to further that thought, to realize, these situations that myself and my children experienced, they still exist. There are still families, there are still children suffering, there are still men and women suffering, and I want to help. I want to do something. I want to make a difference in that way. I want people who are stuck in those situations to know that you do not need to remain stuck. There is help. There is help. There's a way to change. You might not be able to change your abuser, but you can remove yourself from the situation safely. In our area, we have a wonderful community service called Port Cares, and the level of services that they provide are amazing and very helpful, very comforting. I even had some wonderful help at the bank that I dealt with. The girls there were so kind and helpful in offering advice and thoughts on things that I should do to protect myself, and I appreciated that because I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what was important, and I'm just so thankful for the people that have come into my life when I needed help the most, and the people that have stayed there. And again, thinking about that song, if you sense that something is not right in a home, don't just turn your back. Don't just assume that everything is okay and they've got it under control. Sometimes just those simple words, "Are you okay?" Sometimes that can unleash the cry for help that needs to happen. So for me, I know that I want to be more mindful of those things. I want to be aware of the people around me and not so concerned with my own, troubles and issues in my life that I'm looking around and wanting to help others. So have a great week, everybody, and we'll see you next week.